Let's look at algebraic fractions now. We are given 2x plus 6 all over 5 multiplied by 10 over x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now the instruction here is to simplify this. We need to work with each section of each fraction separately. So let's look at the numerator of the first fraction here. The numerator of the first fraction is 2x plus 6. We're going to try to factorize this. If I think of all the types of factorization I could use, the first one I always look for is common factor. So from 2x plus 6, the common factor I can pull out is 2, and I'll be left with x plus 3. The denominator for the first fraction is simplified already as 5, so we'll just leave it as that. The numerator of the second fraction, we can't really factorize that, so we'll leave that the same as 10. But the denominator of the second fraction here, x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now this can be factorized. Type of factorization there is a trinomial. So we need to use the cross method to factorize this trinomial. And when you use the cross method, you will get your two factors as x plus 3 and x plus 1. Okay, practice the cross method when you're factorizing trinomials because there will be a lot of them in maths from now on. Okay, so now we can look for things that can cancel off. As long as you are multiplying two fractions, you can cancel anything that's the same in any numerator and any denominator, as long as there are no plus or minus signs between terms, separating terms. So in this case, I have x plus 3 on the top. I can cancel this with the x plus 3 on the bottom of the second fraction. Those are gone, so I'm left with 2 times 10 on the top, which is 20, and I'm left with 5 into x plus 1 at the bottom. If I simplify this, 20 can divide by 5, so I'm left with 4 on the top over x plus 1 at the bottom. Okay, and that's my simplified algebraic fraction. Okay, another one. 3x over 10 minus 3x plus 2 over 5 plus x minus 4 over 2. Right, we need to look for our LCD here because we're adding and subtracting here. So whenever you add or subtract fractions, remember you must find an LCD. So let's find our LCD for 10, 5, and 2. That LCD will be 10 if we're looking for the highest common factor. So the first fraction, 3x over 10, remains the same because my LCD is 10. The second fraction is 5 originally as my denominator. I need to make that 10, so I'm going to multiply by 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top, so I multiply the numerator by 2 as well. The third fraction has an original denominator of 2. To make that 10, I need to multiply by 5. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top as well, so multiply the numerator by 5 as well. So if I open all that out, I'm going to end up with 3x over 10 minus 2 into 3x plus 2 over 10 minus 5 into plus 5 into x minus 4 all over 10. I can put all three fractions over one denominator. This is not an algebraic equation. That's why I didn't drop off my denominator. You can only drop off the LCDs when they are the same if it's an equation. This is not an equation, so I cannot drop off the denominator, so I'm keeping it as 10 all the way through. Right, so I'm going to end up with 3x minus 2 into 3x plus 2 plus 5 into x minus 4 here. I'm going to open those brackets out, and I'm going to simplify by putting my like terms together. I'll end up with 2x minus 24. From there, I can pull out a common factor, which is 2 in my numerator. So I'll end up with 2 into x minus 12 all over 10. I can cancel off my 2 and it goes into 10 5 times there. So my final answer will be x minus 12 all over 5.